Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk, and today we're going to talk about something very special. We're going to talk about wood IEMs. I want to thank Kenneth with Phonic for sending these over for a review. Do greatly appreciate it. Kenneth, you rock. A while ago, I saw another reviewer do a review of a Phonic IEM, and I noticed that they were made of wood. And I said, I need to try those. Those things look really cool, very pretty, just fantastic. And I love wood headphones, so I would love to hear a wood IEM. So I reached out to Kenneth over at Phonic and said, hey, is there any chance I could review one of those? And he said, here. And we set up an arrangement. And Kenneth was kind enough to give a 10% discount code for you all to use over the next month. So from the day that this review releases on YouTube until a month is up, you get a 10% discount by using the affiliate link down below. So check out Ken's website and look at the fine products offered over there at Phonic and make use of that 10% discount code if you want to purchase something. All right, so the Phonic that we'll be reviewing today is the BW2. It is a tube-balanced armature. It is 20 ohms of sensitivity. 20 ohms and 113 decibels of sensitivity. Has a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. The IEMs come in this fantastic presentation box. They have this nice look with the little wood here and just this fabric build. I really like this presentation box. It's totally different. You don't see anything like this normally when it comes to IEMs, and it just kind of blew my mind when I saw it, and I was like, that's cool. This adds to the specialty and just the uniqueness of Phonic wood IEMs. So you lift off those little straps, and on the inside here you got plenty of padding, and you have a little standard carrying case. And it's just a leather, fake leather hard shell case. And it looks good. It's going to do a decent job at protection. When you open it up, you got a little carrying pouch and, of course, your bed for your IEMs. You get a small package of silicone tips, small, medium, and large. Those tips actually work very well. I did test it with them, didn't have any issues with it other than I found that Final Type E tips fit me a little bit better, had a little bit better comfort with the Final Type E tip. So that's what I'm using. You also get a pretty standard cable, which is a 2-pin. Nothing wrong with this cable. I really enjoy it. It's very nice and light. The only thing that kind of annoyed me was it did twist up a little bit too easily. And I just thought that it was a little bit, a little bit on the lighter side, so I prefer something different. But the cable that I changed to, which is the ADV cable, I didn't hear any sonic differences whatsoever. So this cable's not bad, just a little bit on the light and thin side and tends to twist up on me. All right, the IEMs themselves. There you are. Absolutely just gorgeous. Get them so that they say Phonic on them. Got your 2-pin right there. All wood. Very light. Pretty standard universal build of the shell shape. Small nozzle. Very small Final Type E tips, just squeeze right on. And I find that overall they're just very pleasing to wear. I had no problems whatsoever with comfort. I can wear them for hours on end without having any ear fatigue. And once you get them just situated in your ears, they just kind of disappear for me. And also they make everything else disappear. They are one of the best isolating of outside noises for an IEM that I have heard. It is crazy how good of isolation that these offer. And that doesn't want to go around my ear very well. There we go. And I just find that they just disappear and just bring the music in. I love the presentation box. I love the build of the IEMs themselves. Just everything about them just says uniqueness and enjoyment. How do they sound? Well, when you think of a wood headphone, normally has a little bit of a deeper bass, a little bit more lush, romantic timbre to them, a little bit more vocal fullness usually. And sometimes the treble can be a little bit on the thinner side, or maybe a little bit brighter or more recessed. And that is not the case at all with the BW2s. If I can get them situated here. There we go. I found that the BW2 has a very natural sound to them, a very organic sound. And the more that I looked into them, I found that they have lychee wood that these are made of. And also they're made for musicians and guitarists. And so I found that as I was listening to them, I really enjoyed them with acoustical music and with orchestral music. I didn't mind them with all the other genres, and jazz was also another very pleasurable experience. And so I didn't mind them with everything else, but jazz, orchestral, and acoustical music just really drew me in when it came to the BW2 from Phonic. And they just have this natural tonality about them, just this way of bringing out stringed instruments, bringing out guitars, bringing out woodwinds. They just sound like you're there. It's just a very pleasing presentation. Bass is not the deepest, most rumbly sounding bass that ever existed, but it's a very detailed bass. Has a good reach down. It is a little bit rolled off in going into the sub bass, but you still get some presence. Mid bass is a little bit more prominent, but it's not overpowering or bombastic in whatsoever. It just kind of well-behaved. A bass plays right along where it should. Details are very much evident. You can hear each and every defined note and every single defined tap and push and whatever strokes that you want to put in there for the bass. It's going to show you the details without slamming it into your head and just making it too prominent. The mids are very lush, very warm, very romantic, very focused forwardness to them, but it's not a shouty, in-your-face type of focus. It's more of an upfront, very centered, and very prominent. Here you are. Here's your vocal. Here's your instruments. And it just sounds like they're front and center, and everything else is kind of off to the side in its proper settings. I find that the timbre of the vocals is very pleasing. It has a sweetness to it. It sounds very natural, very alive, and very engaging. I do not find these boring whatsoever. I find that they have a very good approach to them, and that they keep me looking for that next song and thinking, what's the next one going to sound like? How's it going to play? How are the vocals going to come out? I really, really enjoy the vocals on the BW2. And then the treble is nice and smooth. It's kind of a little bit laid back, very well controlled. It extends decently. You have some nice air to it, but it never comes out as being prominent in the mix. The mids are the focus, and the bass and the treble play very well along with it and portray themselves in such a way that the mids just come forward and say, here you go. Here's your mix. Here's the way that instruments should be presented, so that you can pick each little instrument apart and get all the details. And it's just a very good headphone, I would think, for being a monitoring type of IEM. It does a very good job of portraying those mids so that you can be focused on everything that's there and not be distracted by the thumpy bass or the shrieking treble. Soundstage is not the widest. It's about head width, maybe a little bit more. But what it does good on is layering and depth. You get a very nice sense of where things are placed, and so that you can kind of pinpoint, okay, it's over here and it's over there. That one needs to be, that one's a little farther back than the others. That one's a little closer in, and it does a very good job of placement. It does a good job with being accurate, but not being so stretched out where things become jumbled or misplaced, and not being so compact in where things get muddled up and it's hard. It's a very nicely balanced soundstage, and I really do enjoy that. But the main focus of the sound of the BW3 are the mids. They were just center focused, great present. You get your nice instruments. You can hear pianos being pressed and guitars being plucked and stroked. You can just hear everything around you just playing together cohesively, but yet having enough details and clarity to be able to pick it apart. I really do enjoy the Phonic BW2. It's a very unique experience that I think that instrumentalists, guitarists, and vocalists and musicians would really enjoy. The only balanced armature IEM that I've heard that kind of does the same thing, but it does have a little bit more airy sound to it, is the Audiophile AF1120. And so if you're looking for a little bit more warmer, a little bit more full-bodied sound, I would go with the BW2 from Phonic. If you're looking for a little bit more definition, airiness, a little bit wider soundstage, I would go with the Audiophile AF1120s. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next videos, don't forget to check out the links down below for all kinds of information regarding playlists that were used, gear that was used, and all kinds of other stuff as to how you can contact the channel and support the channel and all that. Also, don't forget to check out the link down below for Ken's offer of 10% off and for the affiliate link. Thanks, and have yourself a great day.